What's up, guys and gals? Welcome back to the Nerd Castle. Today in the world of indie games, we'll be taking a look at a demo in the Steam Next Festival for Forever Skies. This is a very, very appealing game that people should be paying attention to if you're into Subnautica. One of my favorite things about Subnautica was once you got the Cyclops, and you could pilot it around, and you could customize it, and add extra rooms to it, and stuff like that. I loved the Cyclops. I thought the Cyclops was far and away the most appealing thing about Subnautica, and this game seems to be operating on that little bit of information. Forever Skies is a game where you've been dropped onto a wasted viral planet post-apocalyptically, and you use an airship to fly in between different skyscrapers and salvage the things you need in order to investigate the mystery and see if you can cure the virus. And so anyways, this is freely available. You can play this demo right now if you want to. It's in a link down below in the description. We're going to play for about 25-30 minutes. You should also check out down below and join the Twitch stream and the Discord if you wanted to hang out more. But other than that, we've got limited time to play here today. We got about 30 minutes to do with what we please. So let's go ahead and dive on in. I went ahead and I've played through the demo already so that I had my observations all ready to go. So we're going to go fresh, and hopefully this ends up being something that you guys find cool. Yeah, buddy, riding down hot with flames on our heels. That's how I like to enter any operating area, dude. Just like not on fire, but like, you know, looking good, lapped by flames. All right, so here we are. We're inside our starting pod. There's a first aid kit on the wall. Definitely gonna take that. And there's a little bit of text right here to kind of explain to you what your mission is. Basically, this planet went dark. Nobody knows what happened, and we know that there's a virus, but that's about it. It's our job to investigate, fix the virus, and make the whole thing work. So welcome to the Shattered Planet. While we're here, we're going to be collecting those right there. Those are resource piles flying around in the sky. They're great once you actually get, like, kind of mobile in the air. But anyways, let's get to it. We've got what looks like metal debris right there. It looks like we've got some synthetics and some metal debris. Honestly, I found that most of the stuff you pick up on the ground doesn't really matter. You harvest a lot faster off of like the flying little spaghetti puffs of rust, basically. But we need to look around and find some things. There's some metal debris right there, metal debris right there. We've got a computer, we've got a metal debris right there, but it wants a solid state battery to open up the door. This is our first tool. It's a scanner. It allows us to scan stuff. Basically, in this game, you scan things in order to get their blueprint so that you can craft them on your airship. It'll also fill in kind of like log entries and things like that inside your journal if you wanted to do that. Ooh, a can of water. I don't think I've ever had canned water. Have you had canned water? Does it have like a weird flavor to it? Like, I know that there's like water in cardboard containers, like milk cartons almost, but I've never had one of those either. I just drink tap water, dude. I'm a simple man. I get down on the tap water. I like tap water. It's got kind of like that pipey flavor to it that just really makes it pop and crack. You know what I mean? It's like drinking hose water, dude. Like, water out of the hose is verifiably the best form of water. I don't know why it's so much better than just default water that comes out of like a purifier or whatever, dude, but I'm trying to tell you right now, I'm about that life when it comes to hose water. Now, we've got some sun melons over here. This game has diseases. So in the UI in the bottom left, you'll see kind of like a ring that's partially filled. That's our immunity, and that basically sets a baseline chance that we're gonna get infected by diseases whenever we eat anything from this planet or drink anything from this planet. We wanna keep that nice and high. If we go to our inventory and we look at sun melon, what you'll find is that if we eat too much of this right here, it'll get us into trouble. Like, we'll develop photophobia, for example. Photophobia means that whenever we look at the sun or whenever our eye line is near the sun, we take damage. And so, just things to be aware of. However, our hunger meter has been filled. There's the solid state battery that we needed to plug in over here so that we can get through the door. And there you go, the light comes on. The game has very, very nice soft lighting effects, and I found that like the particle effects and just the general appearance of the world is great for building atmosphere. This game really well and truly has me excited. It feels like they've got their feet in the right places when it comes to making a satisfying gameplay experience from when I played through the demo last time. This is a data log. Basically, it's kind of like a prisoner's dilemma type deal. There were a bunch of engineers at the end time surviving on top of this tower, and one of them was named Noah, and Noah started to go nutty, and he started to like recite the Bible or do some other various kind of Cthulhu sun. Okay, don't look at the sun. Don't look at the sun. It's okay, I can fix this. We've got some rotten peppers right there, and we've got I don't think we can actually build anything out of the microscope, but still, we don't really, as you can see from the weird fade effect we've got going on right here, you don't want to be in the sun when you've got photophobia. So this is a centrifuge for viral research. Okay. We've got a few more little things there and there. I don't want to climb that ladder. It's going to make me look at the sun, man. It's going to make me look at the sun, and bad things are going to happen. All right, I'm just going to climb up while looking at the ladder. We are not going to look at the sun. The sun is the enemy. But over here, we have lobster chilies. And I think lobster chilies cure photophobia, if I remember correctly. So, there it is right there. We cured our photophobia, and we got rid of the weird visual filter that we had going on. I can now look at the sun, and nothing bad happens. Ha! Take that, Ra. You're the god of nothing anymore. You're the god of slime. All right, another dead guy over here. We'll go ahead and scan him up real fast. Yep, just scan the package real quick. We do have some dirty water over here, but we don't have any water bottles. And so we're going to want to get water bottles before we can get the water out of these condensers. I'm going to hold on to the rest of my chilies just in case I end up needing them. Hey, there's an empty bottle. Empty bottles are good. It stores fluids. Metal debris right there. We've got a fabricator, and there's our airship, by the way. Not really an airship. I feel like calling it an airship is really, really generous. This is kind of like a John boat of the sky, or like a fishing boat of the sky, or like an air dinghy. But you know, whatever. I'm not going to get that upset about it. We can rotate this around, and I recommend we put it maybe like right here. Hopefully it doesn't block our line of sight while we're piloting. It looks okay to me. I think it'll be all right. And it wants us, oh yeah, it wants us to check the computer too. I forgot to do that while I was down there. Is it worth it though? Like, do I really need to check the computador? I went and checked the computer real fast because the computer was basically like, Noah's stabbing me, he's lost it. So anyways, now we are aware of Noah's stabbery. Alright, so now that we're aware of Noah's stabbery and all of the various physical crimes he's perpetrated against other survivors, we can now get going. What we need to do from the fabricators, we need to make a deck extractor. The deck extractor is basically a gun that destroys things. You may have noticed that various things around this place are like flickering, or they have kind of like a shimmery outline. There's a reason for that. It's because they can be harvested. And so we'll make our deck extractor real fast. I very much like the fact that the little computer right here actually assembles the object like right in front of you. And then the deck extractor, we can kind of put it wherever, and we can move it around freely as we desire to do so. I'm going to put it right here, and we're going to knock out that wall right there. So away goes the wall. Very, very cool little particulate effect right there while you're destroying things. We'll go ahead and grab that as well. We've got a few more on this side. We can also begin to harvest the air puffs if you want to. We can also knock out all the walls over here. That should give us a nice baseline amount of metals. Knock that out right there. I think there's glass right there, but my inventory's full. So unfortunately, we're just gonna have to kind of like satisfy ourselves in the destruction of the masonry. Knock you out. Knock you out. There we go. We can get that plate right there too. Oh, we're full up. All right. Well, now that we're full up, we can build other things. It wants me to build an engine, but I can build lots of interesting things already. We can build a bed. We can build insect catchers and lures and cookers and things of that nature. We can get water condensers. I highly recommend the water purifier. We're definitely going to need that because there is a lot of impure water around here, and our water meter is looking terrible. So we're going to use our water bottle to get that dirty water off right there. We can get 5 stacks of dirty water in our bottle from what I recall. And once this is done building,
printing completed.
We'll go ahead and just put it on the wall right here. There we go. And so now we can put dirty water in there, and as you can see, that left side has filled up, and then the right side will fill up, and then we'll have good water to cook and also to drink. Huzzah! Over here, we have the blueprint for an engine, as I recall. So there we go. Now we know how to build an engine, and we know how to make synthetic fuel. We'll go ahead and grab a few more of these. The game is also very, very generous, and has decided... Wait, what does the data card do? I think I must have missed that the last time I played the game. What's up with the data card? I don't know. We picked up a data card from over here, but I don't really know what it goes to. I missed that when I played through the demo last time. There's some canned water right there. I'm just going to drink it on the spot. There we go. Get my immunity back up. If you've got your water and your food meter filled up enough, you get like a vague restorative effect to your health, and that's good. I would like to not be sick. This right here is like basically the space equivalent of like a crock pot. If we throw water and food in there, it'll cook it into good things. We now have 5 clean water. We can throw a melon in there, and then we can potentially put that in there as well. And just kind of see what comes out. Who knows? Steam away, my friend. Steam it up like the Gaben. And then we can use the deck extractor to get some of that glass right there. Very nice. Okay, so we need to build the engine. Do I have the things for the engine? I need more synthetics, so we're going to have to make that happen. We've got a boiled pepper right there. And the boiled pepper, in fact, looks like it's a lot better for us. It gives us energy and a bunch of other things back, too. I'm going to eat that right now. Why not? Did that use up all my water, though? No, it only used up one of my waters. Nice. Okay, well, let's work on our status for a minute. We'll get ourselves all nice and stabilized and feeling solid. And I needed to gun down some sky plastic real fast so that we have enough to build the engine. There's also, like, you can break down scaffolds that are, like, on the sides of buildings and things like that, too, which is kind of cool in my opinion. And the buildings will fall over, by the way, when you remove the strut. This game has a lot of cool details like that. Like, this is honestly one of those games that I'm watching very, very closely because, like, on paper, and also now in this demo for the first time, I feel like they've got their eyes on the ball pretty well. Like, they've got their fundamentals figured out, and it's pretty easy to see that this one might be a banger if given the proper care and the proper follow-through, man. Got some more synthetics over there, synthetics right there. There we go. All the plastic in the world now belongs to me. With the fabricator, we're going to need to make the engine. Don't worry about the engine. It takes forever to craft. It just does. That's just a fact. I'm going to continue eating random peppers until I feel my energy go back up because I would just love to be completely and totally sated here and not really have to worry about catching any diseases. Our immunity is almost at maximum at the moment, which I think is great. There's another pepper right there that we've cooked up. Let's cook up this final pepper. It's the final pep down. Boil, boil. Boil. Boil, boil, boil. All right, so we've got that knocked out. Is the engine done yet? How's our engine looking? The engine's taking a little while. Some of the crafts in this game take longer than others, and sometimes it doesn't look like the model's being fully filled out, depending on what phase of construction it's doing. What I would recommend is they add a little LED progress meter to whatever it is you're crafting, like on this object right here, or like a little hologram that extends up above it. It'd be kind of cool. I'm going to have to duck when I go through if I do this, but I'm just going to put that right there for right now. It's going to block my view a little bit, but I found that putting it on the back or putting it on the right always led to heartache. Possibly even by the number, maybe trouble by the score. I think we're pretty much done here, and we've just got to refuel the engine. So let's go ahead and for synthetic fuel, we need a lot more synthetics. So let's get to the gunning down of plastics. Yeah, take that. Meow, you'll never take me alive, random trash. Meow, see? All right, I think we've got enough stuff to where we can do our general purpose crafting. I'm going to get 2 synthetic fuels done because 1 fuel will fill this up halfway. And then from there, we should be able to leave this place. Now, a little bit of a warning. This is a time demo. I'm usually typically not a big fan of time demos. Like, I get it, but at the same time, I usually prefer it when a demo is just kind of like, all right, that's the demo content. Thanks for playing. Wishlist, please. Like, time demos always make me feel rushed. So the second we take off with this ship, the demo time is going to start, and we'll have 20 minutes from there. And so, like, I'm really trying to stay here and build as many things as I possibly can before I move on. So we've got insects. A water condenser would be nice. Oh, yeah, our pepper's done, too. Nice, dude. Okay. Do I have anything else to cook? I don't think I have anything else to cook. I think we're solid on that front. I'll eat one of those right now, though, just to keep the old energy levels up. I don't think there's too much more we can do without specialized resources like data drives and things like that, and so we're gonna head on out. Begin the time limit! And there we go. We're off and away and out into the great wider world. We've got 20 minutes to play the game from here. Now, any light that you see as a point of interest, it wants you to investigate that and go see what's up. We can go up and down, and this game basically has the same system as Subnautica. Basically, the entire game is you looking for things that are going to allow you to go higher and higher above the debris cloud. Right now, we're only like 230 meters above the ground. This is where the atmosphere is thickest with grossness and with toxins and with like viruses and things. The higher up we get, the more saturated and beautiful the game is going to get, and you'll just have to trust my opinion on that. For right now, I have found that the airship controls reasonably well. I haven't really had any problems landing or getting it to go where I want it to go. It could be like a little bit faster, but I'm guessing that's probably why you slap multiple engines on this thing, is it probably increases your airspeed. If you see things glowing on the side of buildings, you can destroy those things and the building will collapse and fall down into the fog, or like reposition or like shift basically on its foundation, as we saw with that previous building. Very, very cool details in this game. But let me get back with you once we slowly float our ass over here and we can take a look at what's over at this light. Okay, so coming up on our first destination. Little bit of a long flight right there, unfortunately. Used up a little bit of our demo time. I can feel that anxious feeling of like I want to do more things already. But what we'll do is we're just gonna kind of pull in here, and I'm gonna try to get all the trash piles and things that I can while we're in the area. But let's try to grab things we absolutely need first. I don't know where our fuel meter is either. Honestly, I think you just lose like a certain amount of fuel every time you land. But we're gonna land right on this pad right here. We're gonna come in. We're gonna sit her down. Nice and easy peasy. Okay, that was a little rough. Probably could have landed a little softer. But now that we've landed here, let's have a look around. So the first thing we want to grab is every single one of these towers is going to have some kind of battery or card or technology, or I fall off the log and I die. But anyways, there will be something on each of these islands that you desire. Our character does not have a great jump, in case you were wondering. He's not very good at the jumpities. I would recommend they maybe make the jump a little bit taller and a little bit better. Make the game feel a little more satisfying. Alas, that actually tanked all my energy, which is kind of a bummer. We may have to sleep pretty soon because we're capped out on how much we can sprint by our sleep. There's a data card right there. Oh, it's got a turbine blueprint on it. Nice. And then a lantern, just in case we wanted to have some lights, too. I do wish that the game would allow you to put things in your inventory. The game seems to have a real allergy towards allowing you to put placeable objects inside your inventory. It's a weird thing that, like, sometimes you'll find something while you're out and about, like in the world, and you'll have to go back to the ship and place it before you can kind of get it off your clicker and get it to go away. But anyways, having it just go into your inventory and be placeable at will would be much preferable. Alright, so we've got cabinets over here. Anything good in them? We got a canned water right there. I'll take that. We got a couple of old food rations, too. I'll probably just eat those right now to get my health regenerating. Got another cage on that side, but nothing inside of it. And here's our ultimate goal, the solid-state battery. Now that we have the solid-state battery, we can make ourselves a turbine, and the turbine allows us to go up higher above the surface. Do I still have my water bottle? Guess I don't. It must be inside my cooker. Alright, we'll get the sun melons while we're over here because food is good. We'll grab those. Grab those. And I don't think there's too much more left here, aside from a bunch of trash and water condensers over there. But we can get trash just with our extractor, and so I'm not that worried about running it down. What I'm more worried about right now is our ability to sleep. Let's go ahead and we will put this in the cook station and get that going. Fabricator over here. Bed is going to take synthetics, and we are going to have to sleep. Unfortunately, I think the trash straight is too far away. What we may want to do then is pick this up, maybe rotate it over to here just to get us a tiny bit closer. There we go. Now we got a little bit more synthetics. Nice. Okay, I don't know what the hell those things are. They look like some kind of bugs. I don't want to be anywhere near them. They look large and they look cranky. We'll get that crafted. We've got a boiled melon over here. Hopefully the boiled melon gets rid of the nutritional concerns so that we don't have to worry about it quite as much. I would like to grab some water while we're over here too, and I saw a bunch of condensers over this way. So we'll jump over to here. Grab some of the extra goodies that are laying around. And yes, indeedly doodly, it looks like we've got some condensers over here, so we'll boil off a little bit more water as well. We'll grab all that, and then I think there was another one like over here. Yeah, there was, absolutely. We'll grab that right there, and then we've got a little bit more trash laying around. We'll throw it into the inventory, even though it's not really as efficient as some of the other ways that we harvest out here. And then I think I've just got to get back to the ship. All right, so back on the ship, I need to purify my water off. I've got the bed over here. I'm just going to drop that right there for now. We're just going to sleep real quick to get our energy back so that our immunity gets better. It is going to affect our meters a little bit. It doesn't look like we're healing while we're sleeping either. But falling off the ship was kind of not ideal. All right. So now we've got that taken care of. I don't actually want the bed. I just wanted to sleep on it one time. I guess I'll put it right there for now. It's still kind of in the way though. We've got some more clean water, which is great. We've got a boiled melon right there. Wow, that gives us a whole bunch of status back. All right, yeah, keep boiling. Boil my melons, baby. And then it wants me to do a build tool right about now. So we're gonna need to track down a little bit of glass. I think there's probably glass around here somewhere that I can get my dirty hands on. We may need to get a better angle though in order to get enough glass, because what, I needed 5? Yeah, I needed 5. Okay. Let's take this bad Betty up. I'm just gonna try to find an angle from which I can fire at glass. Dude, it looks like somebody broke a glow stick on our glass right now, man. It is not pretty. All right, so this is going to be the risky maneuver of the day, going out on the platform to see if I can get that glass right there. We did, however, acquire the glass. Perfect. Glass acquired. All right, let's knock out. We need to do the turbine first, so I think that's going to be a big thing. We need 8 more synthetics to make the turbine work. So let's see if maybe we can shoot some garbage around here. All right, so I've got synthetics now. Let's see if we can get this turbine strapped onto the ship. And then to get the build tool, we're going to have to go to the next area and find another solid state drive. Oh boy, we got a little bit of a storm coming on it. Yeah, there it is. Okay, apparently Thor is banging on his anvil right now. What I would suggest is that instead of waiting for this craft to be done, we should start heading to one of the red lights now so that we can actually get there before the demo ends. The demo's a little bit short in my opinion. I would have very much preferred that they just put you kind of in an area that has 5 points of interest and lets you build all the basic stuff, and you can do it as much as you want to your heart's content, but you're very much limited on how far into the progression you can go. Man, that glass effect right there is killing me. You almost done over there, little buddy? The turbine is indeed done. Let's get our turbine. So for the turbine, I don't know exactly where I want it to go. Don't know much, but I need to place you. All right, so we put that up there, and now we can go up in elevation. And as you can see, our altimeter is now ticking upwards. Hey, and there it is. We got above the debris cloud. You love to see it. And so the world's going to get a little bit more saturated the farther up that you get. And it's going to get a little bit less cloudy and murky. We were in the maximum booty dust zone. That's okay. I'm not too worried about my diseases right now. We do probably want to land on this platform over here, though, and see what we can accomplish. Is there anything that needs to be blasted or, like, shot out of the way? That's a thing that I've learned to investigate, is, like, a lot of these places have, like, doors that need to be destroyed and stuff like that before you can actually get after the good stuff. And so starting out in a position where you can shoot those things and break them down with your extractor is a really good idea. In fact, each of these little sky islands tends to be sort of its own little puzzle, which is an idea that I really, really like, in fact. Doesn't look like there's too much extractable over there. A little bit of glass on that side, maybe. I think we're gonna have to take her in for a landing, though, before we know for sure. I don't think there's too many ways around that. Let me get down on some boiled melon. There we go. Just boiled melon it up. And then I would like to have my water back, actually, but not until we boil off the final melon to get inventory space back. All right, let's take this thing around, and we will try to find a suitable landing spot. From what I can tell, it's right here. Is there a door I need to destroy up there? Doesn't look like it. I think we're solid. I'll put the extractor facing that way, though, so that I can fire into those little dirty areas over there with all the little trash bubbles flying around if we end up needing it. Let's bring her down. We are going to have to make more fuel, I think, very, very soon. I think that was probably the last of it. Yeah, we've only got a little bit of fuel left. All right, well, we got to get up to that ladder over there. Let's do it. Man, those bugs are freaking me the hell out, man. I don't like it. I don't like it one bit. I bet they do damage or something, too, if you walk into them, dude. Just cleaving your flesh off with their filthy little clickety-clack mandibles, bro. I don't trust bugs. Never trust bugs. They're always up to no good. All right, and so we've got the next solid-state battery, which should allow us to make the build tool if I can move quickly enough. A data card right there that unlocked a storage box and a desk. That's good. Fall onto the trash pile right there. Let's focus on the build tool first, because I feel like people are going to be interested in that. Let's figure out what we got to do in order to get our... Oh, I put it up too high. Hold on. You can hit unstuck and it'll put you back on your ship. Which is honestly, like, that was a really smart feature for them to add, because I've gotten stuck off my ship about 100 times now. Yeah, it's not letting me go in any lower for the landing. Yeah, it's just like hovering right here for whatever reason. There we go. Now we're actually in base contact with the ground, I think. So for the build tool, what do we need for the build tool? Let's take a look. So for the build tool, we're going to need a little bit more metal, and that's it. All right. Well, I can do that. That definitely feels plausible. Actually, it looks like the strait is kind of off to the right of us. Let me move this. I do appreciate that everything is modular, and you can just, like, move it around as necessary to get the angles that you need. All right, we got enough metals, I think. Let's make this build tool and see if we can knock out anything in 4 minutes that will look meaningful. Get that going. How much water do I have left? 1 water is the answer to that question. Well, I guess I'll just drink it then. And also I'll eat another melon, because I am the melon god. Look upon me and despair, for my melons are nigh. All right, build tool's all ready to rock. It looks very, very rad. There are a number of things that we can build here with things that we have on us. Railings, catwalks, metal floors, you name it, and you can mess with it. I would suggest that we go into removal mode. And we get rid of some of these platforms. Cannot remove. Bummer. How do I make a door in it then? So that goes on the... That's for the inside? Ah, there we go. There's our door. So we have our door now. I think I need more metal. I need the metal! That's out of range. There's another metal right there. Dude, we are on such limited time right now. My heart is broken. Goodbye, building. Farewell. Dude, every time I need metal, there's only synthetics around. This is heartbreaking. All right, so what we need now is we need to put a room. Remove wall. Okay. I will remove the wall if it pleases. So now we've added like a little bit more space to our ship. That's nice. Ah, there we go. Yeah, now we've got a little bit of room to enjoy ourselves. We got a little bit of room to tuck in. I mean, our floors look like they're made out of trash bag or something. Not encouraging. But I can make a napping nook down there. There we go. Put in some floors. Perfect, dude. And then we can take you, and we can just make a little nap time nook. Yeah, there we go. Nap time nook accomplished. We are going to have to build more catwalks, though. There's just no way around that. Catwalk's kind of pricey, so I'm going to need to figure out another supply. Minute and 30 left. I'm so stressed. All right. Can I have that metal, please? I would like all the metals in the world that you can possibly give me. There's not enough metals floating by. What am I going to do? I've made terrible decisions that have led to subpar content. Why is this my career? There we go. All right, with 1 minute left, we definitely need to get the catwalk going. The snapping feels good on the building. The snapping definitely feels like it works in a satisfying way. It's got a little bit of a catwalk right there. Maybe I'll reinstall the lamp, like over here. I have no idea how that works. It's like some kind of voodoo magic, but we've got a lamp now up above our bed so that we can see. Oh, I thought we had like leopard print blankets for a second. I was like, ooh, okay, a little bit cavalier. I like it. Something a little bit more passionate. I enjoy that. Yeah, that's good. Something to impress the old sky ladies. All right, so I'm going to catwalk over here. I'll probably just have it go all the way around, but we're out of time, so that's that. This is Forever Skies. I'm very, very excited about this game. I think that the game really, really has an appealing graphical style. It's a good idea. It picks up kind of where Subnautica left off. It's going to play a promo video right now. So we're just going to kind of like... Yeah, that's fine. We can just skip on through that. But anyways, my name is Splattercat. You can go play this demo right now on Steam if you want to. I'll have the link for you down below. I sift through the pile every single day to find what's worthwhile in the world of indie games so you don't have to. I am impressed by this one. Definitely some polish that could go into the performance aspect of the game. But other than that, I haven't seen a whole lot around that worries me. I think if they can populate the world with a lot of, you know, compelling, puzzly type towers and things you have to work your way through, and storyline towers. I have no idea if the game is planned to have combat or not. Maybe, maybe not. But aside from that, like performance, occasionally the performance takes a little bit of a dip due to all the particle effects and whatnot. And I think a little bit of streamlining right there before release would be good. But for a demo, it's perfectly fine because usually polish passes for performance are like one of the final things you work on once all the assets are finalized. And so anyways, not really too huge of a concern. I'll see y'all later. Thanks for hanging out with me, and I'll be back tomorrow with something hot and fresh off the indie skillet. Bye, folks.